Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. So there are quite a few AI writers out there, and there are quite a few AI detectors out there. But then in between you have what's called the humanizers or the AI humanizers. So if you're deceiving your client, if you're a writer and you're deceiving your client, telling your client, look man, I'm producing handwritten content, and you're using AI to produce content, you can then use a humanizer that theoretically defeats your AI content, or it transforms your AI content to defeat AI. And so when someone puts this through an AI checking program like GPT-0 or Originality AI, it will pass as human written content. Now, in reality, it does not work like that. In reality, you don't even need to worry about your content being AI, because a lot of human written content also passes as AI. And there's no SEO value to it. As long as your content is on point, it's well written, it ticks all the right boxes, it's informative, it gets the job done, Google will rank it. Also, if it's written by an authority, an author that's well known, I'll go into authority in another video and explain exactly how to establish that. If it's good authority, it'll rank. If the website has great authority, it'll rank. We don't need to worry about it. But this is a money grab, quite literally. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I hired a few people to write what they had labeled as original content, human written content that's original. And they billed me a whole bunch of money to write the content. And I was okay with it because I said, if it's human written in terms of they're manually doing the research and they're writing content, it's worth the money if it's high quality. And so I was happy to pay for it. And when I put it through OpenAI, so when I put it through Originality AI, it came up as 100% AI written. And I don't just take the results of OpenAI. I just don't take the results of any AI checking program seriously until I put it through quite a few. So I put it through quite a few, including Originality, including ChatGPT-0, I think it's called. And there's one by CopyLeaks. I put it through that, and it failed all of those checks. And then I put those texts through a program that I made in Python that finds words in text that's commonly used by AI writing programs, and it found a lot of those words in that. So in a 500-word article, I was able to find 30 to 40 of those words in the article. And so right off the bat, that then just signaled that this was AI content. Now, was the content low quality? It wasn't. It wasn't low quality. It appeared to have been edited, which is good. And I just asked the company that did the content if AI had written the content, and they were like, no, we didn't have AI write the content. And then I asked one of the writers that worked for the company. I said, I said, it's a very well-known content provider, by the way. And I asked one of the writers, do you guys use AI? And he says, like, everyone uses AI. But then we put it through what's called a humanizer to make sure that your content looks human written and it passes a AI checker. And we didn't send it to the client. And they're so cheap, by the way, is that after the AI generated the article, they put it through the so-called humanizer, and they just send it over to the client because they believe that it's now reads like, looks like, and smells like human written content. When in fact that's not the case. As I went through the article, I discovered that there were factual mistakes. There were a huge number of other problems with the article. So the company refused to refund me. I went for a chargeback. That was my only option. But then that got me on the track of, just looking at what these humanizers are and do they really work. And as it turns out, they don't work. It's a huge money grab. The humanizers don't work, but they fake the results. The guys on SEO on YouTube that show that the humanizers work are faking the results because they're getting paid, I believe, by the companies whom they're trying to peddle. And so there are two major ones here that I'll go into. I'll go into undetectable AI, and I'll show you why that doesn't work. And then I'll also show you another newer one, which is called GPT bypass. And I'll generate I have a human written article that I'll put through OpenAI's, that I'll put through Originality AI, just to show you what the baseline results look like. And then I'll put that same article through, then I'll produce an article with AI, put it through both of these generators, and pass it through OpenAI's, and pass it through Originality AI. And at the end of the day, you will see exactly what is going on and why they don't work. I'll also explain to you why I did what I did and why you should avoid spending any of your money on this crap. In fact, you shouldn't even worry about this. If someone sends you an article, read the article, ensure it's factually correct, it's well edited.
All right, so we've got these two AI humanizers. So one's bypassed GPT, which is one of the newer ones, and they claim to have been featured on, well, a whole bunch of publications. They promise that they will humanize your content. And then you've got undetectable.ai, and this one's been around for a while, and they have also been featured on CBS, ABC, a whole bunch of places. And well, they also promise to humanize your content, and you just paste your content in, which is AI generated, and it will humanize it. So I'm going to show you exactly where the rub happens. Over here, we've got originality.ai, and in their defense, they say that AI detection is not 100%. It's more of a probabilities based on their algorithm. So if you look at the text I already checked, it says all of this in dark green is 90%. It says a 90% confidence that this sentence was human written. So all of this has a 90% confidence. And the one in the light green over here has a 70% confidence. Now, what does that exactly mean? I don't know. I mean, for me, it's either AI written or it's not AI written. But this is done because it obviously can't for sure tell you if a piece of content is AI written. And as I said, I'll show you guys a rub. And this is interesting because I've been looking at this for a while, and it's kind of crazy because it's, I mean, if you're using AI content, why would you try to humanize it? But as I said, someone tried to con me, and I kind of got onto this. I investigated this further. And I'll show you, this is what happened. So this is an article, and if you look at this date here, the article was written on the 10th of February, 2022. This was before even ChatGPT was a thing. And this is something I wrote myself, so I know this is 100% human written. I'm going to go ahead and open this up real quick. And I'm just going to copy this much, which is what, 176 words. Or maybe I'll just copy over the whole paragraph. So, sorry, a copy over the whole sections, which is, let's see, which is 213 words. All right, so that's not bad. I'll go ahead and put this into Originality AI. All right, so I'll let this run over here, so you know this is human-generated content. I'll also go ahead and paste the text in bypass GPT. Paste it over here. And it says I have to reduce the number of words, so I'll just reduce. I'll take this paragraph out, and I'll ask it to humanize. And then I'll go here, paste it over here, and I'll hit check for AI. And this is undetectable AI. And It says your content appears human, except for copy leaks. And ChatGPT 0, it's the copy leaks at ChatGPT 0 says my content is 50% human. All right, so Originality AI is the giant over here. So Originality AI says the vast majority of my content is original, it's human written. The probability, as you can see, a lot of it says it's 90% it's confident, or some of it says it's 70% it's confident. So this is pretty much, it can be said that this is human written content. Now, and this is that we have an apples to apples comparison of the text. So it's the same text, it's just rewritten to be original, so that we can put this in and show you the rub. And go ahead, let that run, produce the text. It's rewriting the content. For some reason, this is slow today. ChatGPT is usually fast, but today it's kind of slow. So we'll give it a second, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to paste in the text that ChatGPT generated. I'll paste it over here, and I'll paste it. And that's text we already know is AI generated. So how the humanizer works. All right, so we'll copy the text from here. We first put it into. Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll put it into bypass GPT, paste it over here, and select humanize. Give it a second. Go to undetectable AI, paste the text, or check for AI. Obviously, this is going to be AI written, but we do the check anyways. Give it a second. So in the meanwhile, we switch back to bypass GPT. Still checking, still doing the writing. And this here's checking. It says it's checking for AI. They're checking for AI over here. And here's the first rub. And over here it says the output content seems to be human written. So this content that it says output over here, it says this has been human written because it has put it through these checkers. Okay. So we'll take a look at these checkers one by one. So this is this is GPT-0 human. It claims ChatGPT has given it a tick mark, which means that this has passed the human test. So it says the detector has passed, but if I paste it over here, go ahead, I paste it over here, and I hit scan. Okay, so this one passed the human test. It says a little fraction of it over here is AI, and the rest is human. So we'll try the other one. We'll try copy leaks, and I'm not going to test this across all detectors. I'll just do a few, and it says that this is human. Okay. Now we go back to this over here, which is the granddaddy of AI checkers, and we'll run it. We'll hit scan again. It's 179 words. Let's see what it comes up with. In the meantime, we'll go to undetectable AI over here. All right, so I'm actually checking the wrong text over here. Let me just go back over here because I think I'm checking the wrong text. Something went wrong. Let me just go ahead and copy the original text over here, paste it back into undetectable AI, and hit humanize. All right, it says insufficient balance. Your document is 69 words. Your balance is 146 words. Okay, so we will reduce the number of words and hit reset and humanize. Process text will appear here, so we'll check. In the meantime, we'll go to this over here. So this is GPT, this is Originality AI, and as you can see, a lot of this yellow is 50% confident, this stark yellowish is 70% confident, so this is all AI. except for this little green patch over here, which has a 90% confidence that this is not AI written. And the detection score, as you can see, it says 65% original, 35% AI. But if you look at this, you can tell that this text, 50% confidence, which means it's not confident at all. So running the numbers is different from the real thing. So this is another rub over here, is it gives you the illusion that this text is 65% original, which doesn't mean anything, because I showed you how the human written text looks. And so by judging by these colors, it's not at all confident that this is human written, because with the vast majority of the text is AI written. So why would it say that this is human written or 65% originality? So we'll go to undetectable AI, we'll copy the output over here, and we'll paste it over here. We'll hit scan. And this passes the human test. It says this is human. Then we go back and we go to copy leaks. We'll paste it. Why is it not pasting? We'll hit accept. And okay, we'll paste it. We'll hit check. And it says this is human. Now we'll try it with originality AI. Remove all this text, paste again, and scan again. Okay, so this is done. I think undetectable AI has done a better job because over here it's like a 95% originality score. But if you look at this is all green. So this is 90% confident. This is 90% confident. And over here, it's, I think this would translate to maybe 70% confident that it's AI. And so a large chunk of this is AI. But over here it says that this is not AI. Now if I read through, the reality is that certain mail enhancement pills and items can indeed yield results. However, these effects do not manifest instantly. It takes time for the natural ingredients to take effect. So it stands to reason that undetectable AI has done a better job. But if you look at the text and you compare the amount of text, so this would probably be a 50% score, but I don't know what mathematical algorithm they're using. But if I eyeball this, a 70% confidence that this is AI text means that it is AI text. This could be human text, all right? So this is, I don't know how many words this is, but they could pass that off as human text, but I don't know. But it shouldn't be a 95% score. It passed the GPT-0 thing. It passed copy leaks. So I just wanted guys to show you guys that, if you're using any of these tools, they're not 100%. The first thing is, and the second thing is, they're a little scammy because they don't exactly do as they're advertised. Over here, it's humanize the content, and the score wasn't great, but we've gone from paragraphs to this huge blob of text that we didn't need to edit. Anyways, and it's not even cheap, so it's not like super cheap if you're doing a lot of words. If you're a writer, as I hired an agency, and they were using this to dupe people into thinking that they were human writers that were writing this, when in fact they were not, and probably had some editors, and they were using this to take AI content and turn it into what appeared to be human written content to pass the GPT test or to pass the OpenAI test, when in reality it didn't pass. And so if you run into this type of thing, and if you're using these types of tools, it's always a good idea to be cognitive of the fact that, perfectly human written text looks a certain way, and I showed you the score with that. And this other type of AI written text and humanized text looks a different way. So that should help you if you're hiring a writer, or if you're getting someone to do some writing for you and you want human content. This will help you figure out exactly what's going on.
So there you have it, guys. I show you exactly how these detectors work and why they can't be trusted. There is a certain degree of scamminess to them, which It's not exactly scammy, but it's a little bit scammy in the way they rate the writing and in the way they try to humanize the writing. And so if you're going to use any of these tools, just be cognizant of the fact that they don't exactly do as what they advertised. And if you're trying to con someone and tell them that this is human written content, it's not only unethical, but this is probably not the right way to do it. And the other thing to bear in mind is that Google doesn't really care. And so you can have lots of humanized content and you can have lots of AI content. I see AI content ranking every day. It's just that how you put the content out, your domain authority, your internal linking, and also the quality of the content matters a lot more than whether it's a human writing it or if it's a machine writing it. And the mistake people make is they think or assume that you just need a human writer and Google can detect AI writing. Google can possibly detect AI writing, but it's against mass content generation and publication, or automated publication, generation and publication of content. And that's the reason why Google penalizes websites and not because they're necessarily AI written. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope I saved you guys some money on these detectors and humanizers. Like and subscribe, and I will see you as always in the next video.